What is going on, beautiful people? Today, we're going to be talking about narcissists in positions of power. How do narcissists treat you when they are in a position of power, direct power over you, like in the workplace or home, whatever it is? If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a self aware narcissist, and welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. Welcome back, folks. Yes. Narcissists in positions of power. How do narcissists treat you, treat others when they have the positions of power, like in the workplace, in situations like that? 'Cause I know it can be super tough, y'all. Before we hop deep into today's episode, y'all, make sure if you haven't, check out my kids' book. Remember, it's not your fault. It's available on Amazon right now. Yeah, it's a conversation starter with your kids about toxic relationship dynamics and things of that nature. But yes, y'all, welcome. Yes. Narcissists in the positions of power. Hey, what's going on? So, first of all, most narcissists, I ain't gonna say every single narcissist, I can't speak for all narcissists. Most narcissists want power and control over their lives, especially in the workplace, especially in the household and things like that. So when they achieve this power, they really are still not happy. That's one of the most frustrating things right there. I think a lot of people would automatically assume that because a narcissist is in the position of power, like they have this power dynamic, they're the boss, they're the CEO or whatever, they're the supervisor at the warehouse, or something along those lines. People assume that they are automatically happy and they're just like, I got all this power and control. I done made it now. But that's not true. Narcissistic people, and the reason, like I said, that's one of the most frustrating things being a narcissist. When you get that positions of power, when you have that power and whatnot, you're still not happy, and it's frustrating as hell. So narcissists in positions of power, guess what they do? They take that anger and frustration out on you. You get it. Because I'm angry and frustrated at my life and whatever's going on in my life, because I'm not happy with the position of power that I take it out on others. Everybody else gets it. Everybody else is at fault here because I'm not happy. Everybody else gets a piece of my unhappiness, right? Because I'm unhappy, everybody gets this. Everybody gets hurt because I'm unhappy with myself. They take their anger and frustration out on you in the house, of course, but also in the workplace. If you work for a narcissist, you work with one that's just above you in power in the warehouse or whatever, workplace, office, or whatever it is, they're going to take their frustrations out on you. They will. Like, you're going to get it. They come, like, something bad happens to them at home, they bring it to work. Not only is something bad, like, not only is the opposite true, like the opposite is also true. Like, something bad happens to them at work, they come home and take it out on the partners and the kids or whatever. The opposite is true. They have an unhappy home life because they are making their house unhappy because they're not satisfied with what they have at home. They go to work and take it out on people beneath them in the workplace. So if you work for a narcissist, a lot of times they come to work angry as hell. It is not even your fault. They're not even angry at you. They're angry at everybody else. But you get the brunt of it because you are here. You get the brunt of it because you represent this dynamic. You represent this section for them. You represent this for them. So they take it out on you. They do. This is one of the things that continuously happens. They take their anger and their frustration out on others in the workplace and at home. They have a bad day at work, they take it home. They have a bad day at home, they take it to work. And very rarely do they have good days. You know what I mean? I mean, they have good days, but it's few and far between. Or they'll be just happy-go-lucky. The happy-go-lucky days can make you let your guard down, and then the next day or the next hour after lunch, they come in there bombarding you with anger and frustration and things like that. Also, narcissists in positions of power, they take credit for your successes. This is one of the things you probably hear other people talk about, but they absolutely do. It's absolutely true. They take credit for your successes. Anything, like, even if they didn't help you, the only thing they do, they're your supervisor, they're the boss, the CEO. Anything that you accomplish, they're taking it out on you. You know what I mean? They're they're taking it out on you. But like I said, the bad stuff they take it out on you, but the good stuff they're taking credit for. The company succeeds because you did something. You came up with a business plan. You came up with a project. You created something. They take it out like they take credit for it. Like, look at the work that I've accomplished. They remove your name from projects and things of that nature. Like this could even be in school and things like that. Like the project leader in school, the head, the person in charge of the project at school takes it, takes credit for everything that's accomplished with said project at school. This is a consistent thing that happens to a lot of people, and it sucks, y'all. I'm trying to say it doesn't suck. It sucks so bad to have to deal with somebody like this who's consistently taking credit for the things that you accomplish, who's consistently taking credit for the things that you have done, who's consistently taking credit for the things that your hard ass work. And they don't, like, if you try to ask for credit, they take it out. Here comes the anger. Here comes the frustration. Here comes the vitriol towards you because you just want credit for the work that you've actually done. And guess what happens? You ask for credit, they get angry as hell at you, and they take it out. They go home, and because they're in a position of power at home, they take it out on the people at home. You see how this is a vicious ass cycle that only the narcissist can really knock themselves out of if they so choose to. This is one of the most frustrating dynamics that so many people face right here. Like because you're dealing with this type of person, and only there's another person ahead of them in the pecking order. And they hate when you go to them. Like, boy, that's one of the worst things that could happen in these spaces right here. They would hate if you go after them. They absolutely hate it. Like if you go to their supervisor or something like that and report them, they hate that with a raw, seething passion. They do. So they're like narcissism, position of power. They do take credit for the things that you do, and they take their anger out for their consistent unhappiness. I wrote something else down, yeah. Oh yeah. Not only do they take credit for the successes, the opposite is true. They blame everybody else for the failures. Everybody else gets blame for the failures. Very rarely do you have a narcissist in a position of power that takes accountability for anything that has gone wrong and anything that goes wrong within that space. Anything that goes wrong, anything that has went wrong, or anything like that, they don't take the blame. They pass the blame. Blame deflection is for most narcissists, even outside the spectrum of like just being in a relationship with them. You know, narcissistic people, toxic ass people, this is what they do. This is what they try to accomplish. This is the things right here that they will hurt and try to harm you with. You know, this is the type of stuff that they do. Like they will blame you for the failures of the group. They will blame you for the failures of the company. They will blame you for having to shut the company down. It's your fault. If you quit, oh my goodness, boy. If you quit, like if you have a narcissist that you work for, right? If you quit, man, if you quit, they will try to ruin your damn life. You've been blacklisted or blackballed for something. Like if you quit, even if you give a notice and let them know, hey, I love working here or whatever, very rarely will they give you a yeah, you have an old employee here that put you down as a reference. Tell me a little bit about them. Oh, awful employee. I was happy. I was happy they left. I told them to put me down as a reference, just so people would call me, so I can tell you how bad an employee they were. I was so happy they put their notice in. Just like you can hire them if you want to, but I have to say you've been warned. They do evil ass stuff like that. You know, narcissistic position of power like this. Not only do they pass the blame or whatever, this can go all the way up the chain to the government, to political, to the political aspects of things right there. Always somebody else's fault. Like presidents, congressmen, senators, whatever position of power they're in, governors, they narcissists in those positions always are going to blame someone else. They will very rarely say, "Oh, I did that. It's my fault. I took accountability." Very rarely. I mean, you can see sometimes they do it. Sometimes they might do it. But the narcissistic ones will very rarely take any type of accountability for anything going wrong. Again, they take credit for the ideas that their staff members came up with. The social media platforms their staff runs for them. It's just taking off. Oh, I did that. They don't give you credit. The narcissistic ones, like that people work for in the government, man, it is horrible. It is horrible. Having I wish they gave psyche valves for politicians and government officials that would weed out. I feel like I live in America. I feel like America would be a way better place if they started to weed out people by giving psyche valves before you could take the oath of office or put your hand on the Bible. You had to take a damn psyche valve. Like here's an MMPI2. Here's your paperwork for the governorship or the presidency, but here's an MMPI2 as well. Here's a PDQ4. We need to test for personality disorders and toxicity. I feel like that would help out a lot of people, y'all. But anyways, y'all, I just wanted to get this episode out today. Let y'all know how a lot of narcissists will react when they're in positions of power. Hope this brought you some clarity. Hope it brought you some peace. Hope it brought you some understanding as well. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. I hate recording like this in the office. Subscribe to this channel and whatnot, y'all. And as always, y'all, mental illness is out. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. I am extremely grateful for you. Have no idea. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Helps reach more people. And click on the screen to watch another video or to browse through another playlist. There's also a link on the screen to check out my courses and my support groups to help you heal and understand what you've been through. Thank you so much again. I will see you